Boom, and there we go. Welcome back everybody, hello and welcome to the AlexDB Racing channel. You join me here today for part 6 of the Assetto Corsa playthrough. As you can see on screen now, we are on Intermediate Series 2. Could be very interesting, only 5 more events to do. And where it looks like it's quick races throughout. I don't know how quick this is going to be, but without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So, you all been good? Oh dear, right, in the Gullwing SLS AMG. This is going to be fun. I'm not going to mess around too much. Let's just get straight on with it. We've got 1 of 4 laps of the Nürburgring now. We're up against BMWs, which is a bit odd. But there's the lights out, and away we go. Gentle on the throttle, trying not to spin the wheels up too much. We're just going to pass down the inside because clearly these M3s are definitely not as quick as an SLS AMG. Keeping an eye out for our braking line. That has not gone well. We've cut a little bit of the curb. Let me give this guy room on the outside because I feel like I may have pushed him a bit there. Now we've put ourselves in a slightly compromising wide position. Anyway, first couple of corners out of the way, no dramas, which is always good. Yikes, this feels heavier over the front end. I know it's a big engine V8 up front, over the front wheels, which is not going to be great for turning response, but yeah, it's certainly got the power there, that's for sure. Just got to make sure that we calculate our braking zones properly, get the turning just right, and don't get our foot down on the power, because if you watch the old Top Gear, you'll know that the back end of this likes to step out a lot. Go around the bottom hairpin. Making a little bit too much curb for what I like on the way out. Oh no, far too much. Yeah, no, we've binned it. Too slow, too fast, sorry. Ah, dear. I was going to say, we better not get a penalty for that. We've lost like 4 positions. We're back down to 9th out of 10th, 10 places. We do ideally need a podium for this race, so we've got 3 more laps, so I will be getting a shift on. Let's see what we can do, eh? Game is on. Ever so nicely, and we definitely need a lift through there because that's not how you take that corner. Whoa! Look what you did. Look what you did. Look what you did. God, the steering's ruined. I think it's time for a restart. We tried. I'm trying not to do too many of these restarts, but the game does push me sometimes, so. Alright. When you're all ready. So we've just got to remember a little bit more careful on the braking. We can't carry too much corner speed. We just get absolutely dropping the clutch there. Not so careful this time, spinning all the wheels up. Let's just chew through them straight away. I'll move over to the left side of the track and get on the brakes a little bit early. Bloody hell. And not a single bit of contact. Well then, how about that? Slotted straight into 2nd place there. Okay, now there's a little bit of contact. We may have hit the front bumper again. Come on, get a shift on. You don't need to brake that much through there. Right, so we basically wrote our front bumper off already, which hopefully doesn't affect our overall performance too much. I know these cars aren't, you know, they're not aerodynamically designed in a wind tunnel, so they rely on their aerodynamic grip. Ooh, but we do have a bit of active aero. Yeah, I'm going down the inside on the brakes here. Whether you like it or not, taking the line a bit deep but leaving no space on the inside. What is first? He's just sodded right off. There we go. Much better through there this time. Oh, a little bit deep. Right, we've got to remember we need the slightest of lifts through this corner, but on the way in, like so, and then get back on the power just as we start turning in. Keep the wheels moving. Second gear through here. Running a little bit deep, but it's not affected us too much. We did hit the curb. Once again, second gear, keeping it nice and tight to the wall. Let the car roll out to the outside, not that far outside. It's not what we wanted. Alright, we're second. How is... What car is first place? How has he got a 10.5 second lead in one lap? There we go. Absolutely nailing turn 1 at the Nürburgring. That's a tricky corner to get right, and absolutely nailed it that time. Right, no more distractions now. We will catch or get closer to first if I can get the front end to turn in. It just doesn't seem to want to do. Come on. Not staying on the brakes for very long here. There we go, second. Boom, there we go. Alright. He's already on his climb back up the hill, so I'll make sure that we are shaving time off wherever we can. Taking the wider entry in for the quicker exit. Just a few jabs at the throttle there as we've run a little bit too deep, but not lost too much time, thankfully. Braking later now the tyres are warmer. Again, running just a touch too deep. Not quite there with our picking out our braking points yet. But I do not want to be more than 10 seconds down on this lead car. But if he's pulling that sort of gap in one lap, then we've got no chance. Second. Really? I've got a penalty for that. Right, there we go. We can go again. I think the penalty system in this game is the only thing that I don't really like. It's just a little bit too harsh. Yeah, look at that, 20 seconds down now. No chance of catching the lead. However, we are getting so good at getting around turn 1 here. Turn 2, not so much. It just feels slow. Come on. Dip in. leave it in third, let the revs not build up too high, just to not spin the wheels too much. And look, we're already up in time. I've run too deep now. Really? Five-second penalty for that. What was that? Just exceeding track limit slightly. Alright, come on. We need to focus really. We are not focused at all. We need to get shift on with it. Come on, keep it going, foot in. No lift at all. Just foot in and just hope for the best. Alright then, there we go. Kept it flat through there that time. Absolutely nailed it through there then. Perfect through there then. Right, let's really get our head down now. I can do it. We've kept it at 20 seconds, maybe shaved half a second off that time. Off the brakes, let the car do the turning. Turn it in much later so we can get a better run at this corner. Cutting the curves massively and not really saving much time. That was not the ideal line. He's only just started his climb up the hill again. I feel like we will be closer, but obviously nowhere near close enough to mount an attack by the end of this lap unless he crashes. But it'd be nice to know we're a lot closer than what we should be. What we are, anyway. Look at that. Beautiful through there. Too deep that time. Never mind. He was on a good lap. We still technically are. We're 2.2 seconds up on our previous lap delta, 2.3. We can definitely keep it flat through there now, can't we? Braking just a little bit earlier this time, just because I want to get the car turned in slightly sooner so I can get a quicker run out of the corner, and that saved us so much time. Boom, there we go. 13.9 seconds. Right, we was really on for catching up then, weren't we? The only problem with catching up that much to first is we've now got a larger gap to the cars behind us. Oh well, it's alright. There we go, right, so so that was a McLaren in first, that kind of explains it. But the game did actually expect us to get first. I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, same car, same cars, I suppose, but we're off to Imola now. I've had a fair few runs at this one in the past, so let's see how we do. Drive. Yes. Right, the question is where do we go now? Do we go right or left? A lot safer on the tyres there. Look at the gaps just opening up down the middle for us. And again, we are going to go to the right hand side. There's the brakes, there's the brakes. Narrowly avoiding contact with the other SLS just up ahead. As we short shift out of the first chicane, no dramas, and we've appeared in 4th place. Again, I'm not going to try and make a move here, because I know from experience the computer's take a very different line to us, and he's still braked. Even though we was going slow enough, he still braked into the corner. Can't believe it, can you? Nerve some people. Floor it, just floor it. Alright, anyway, chasing up the hill behind the 2 Ferraris. Yikes, how early do these guys brake? I know we went a bit wide there, but yikes, come on. No. Right, well, it's clear we're going to win this. We just got to find out where to overtake these guys now. Really? Look how slow they are through here. Alright, come on. Get on the power. Let's get them down into turn 1 or something, I don't know. I don't think we're going to make a lunge down the hill. This corner's tricky enough as it is in a road car. They're braking already. What? Going to have to give those 2 positions back. Right, I've got the other SLS right behind me again. As we start lap 2 of 4. Only 2.5 seconds dropped, but I'm almost certain we can make that back up again. As long as we don't go too deep into turn 1, which we have, but yet again hasn't cost us too much time. So down 1, brake down 2, and accelerate out of the corner. That's my preferred line through there anyway. With Formula 1 it's a very different line. That's a Formula 1 car. This is effectively the safety car. Tell you what, I'd actually like to see that at Formula 1. There you go. That's how you do it. Just about kept it in the lines. We did get a little bit of contact on the outside, but yeah, kept it in the lines there. I'm just going to leave it in 3rd as we climb up the hill here. I don't want to spin up the tyres too much. And this car's definitely got the torque to do it. From the 100 metre board, maybe that was a little bit early. What was it? Almost running a little bit deep there. So just before the 100 metre board, I believe, is the braking zone there. In this car anyway. Come back down there. Now we're carrying so much speed and power, and we've lost the back end of the car. Yet again, just let the car correct itself. Touch the grass. Didn't turn out well for us. Right, but the upside is all the other cars are now very well bunched up. I might just watch a replay of that actually. I bet that looks interesting. Let's do something we haven't really done before. Let's have a watch of the replay of it. So I just like to skip right towards the end and then we'll just go backwards. Here we go. Right, so from here, let's have a look at this. I just want an action replay of that. So we come over the brow. Everything's looking alright. We braked early, we went straight on, touched the grass, and we've gone around several times, looking dead at the camera. Oh dear. Right, okay, let's carry on with it. So we are now in 6th position, or as we come across the line, 5th position. With 2 more laps to go, and the leaders are 8 seconds down the road. Can we or can we not do it? I don't know, but this car really doesn't like high-speed cornering. Just really unsettles the car. Well, what's quite nice is they've all bunched up now, so it should just be one overtake after the other. There we go. Lovely. Smidge wide. Down to 4th for the first one. Down to 3rd for the second one. Let the car roll through the corner, leaving it in 3rd as we climb back up the hill without spinning the wheels back up. So it's just before the 100 metre board, it's the braking zone for us. There we go, nailed it perfectly through there. Took off so much time. Looks like there's an overtake that's just happened up ahead. Now this is where we need to be careful. I'm going to lift just before we come under the bridge. Jump on the brakes as the car's now pointing straight. Even then, still struggling to get the car stopped and turned it in time. As we get on the power, and we are probably about 3 or 4 seconds behind now. So I reckon we're looking alright for this last lap shootout. 1.5 seconds is the gap. Can we do it? Not with a car that doesn't want to go around fast corners. There we go, we've just set the fastest lap of the race. And we've just gone straight across the curbs. Didn't get a time penalty, which is good, otherwise that really would have been the end of our race, wouldn't it? I reckon we can still do this. Dip the car into the corner, down into 3rd, taking plenty of curb, and on the power. Look at this, there's scraps going on up ahead, which is them just essentially slowing each other down, giving us more than enough time to catch back up to the leaders. There we go, right, we can make a move here. I know we can. Little Lotus is good on the brakes. Aware of our presence on the inside, and we've made it known by putting our car ahead. Going to do the same with the Mercedes, although he's shut that door very nicely on us. Oh, there's a little bit of contact on the outside, but we are now back up into 3rd position. We're picking out our braking zone to get this just right. There we go, we're right on the tail of 2nd place now. We've just got to make sure that we get the move done. It could even be a sprint to the line. Make sure we lift through here, get on the brakes nice and early. We've chucked it down the inside, but are we going to have the place to get the move complete without getting a cutback? We have indeed. We've shut that door right off. And from being in the gravel trap last lap in 5th place to emerging this lap to come across the line to win, what a lap that was. Booyah! Woo! I'll take that. Oh, wow. That was intense, wasn't it? I just don't realise how far back the rest of the grid. Why are those BMWs even out here with us? Like, is it a 2-class thing? Something or other? I don't see why, because we're just doing the career mode exercises. Look, here they all come now. 27 seconds behind the leading pack. Just a different league, aren't they? Like, why? And there's the last guy. Right then, there we go. We achieved top tier, because we are top tier drivers. Oocha! So I'll quit. Now we're at Silverstone. Same rules apply. Let's keep going. Silverstone. Oh, look at that. Is that a Lotus Cup car? I think it is. Oh, we're at all Lotuses at the back here. At least we've got some faster competition. Here we go, keeping revs low. It's lights out and away we go. Absolutely dropping the clutch there, spinning the wheels up. But we've got probably double the power as we get swiped from the side by the Lotus. As we head down to turn 1, it's a little bit chaotic, but we've made up some places still. As 2 cars go wide on the outside and really compromises our line into the next turn. We're going to stick ourselves up the inside. No, we're not. Says the Lotus. So the main difference between these 2 cars is one of them has got supreme agility and braking power, which is the Lotus, clearly not the Mercedes. And the Mercedes has the extreme straight line speed. Just look how much later they can brake and how more nimble they are in the corners compared to us. We're being overtaken on the outside by one of these guys. Like, come on. It's time to get the power down. Right, okay, that was an incredibly illegal overtake, but it doesn't matter because the game's allowed it to slide anyway. And there is just no hope of keeping the car on track at this point. The advanced cornering speeds are so much quicker than us. Right, we're going to have to brake a little bit early here, otherwise we will find ourselves miles off the track. And even though I broke a little bit early, we did still go wide. Right, this is not as easy as it looks. Very tough competition here. Down the hanger straight anyway, and we should have this done. We should be onto the back of the 2 cars ahead of us by the end of the straight. Now we've just got to pick out our braking zone once again. Probably going to have 3rd through here actually. As the car rolls in. Put down the throttle just to keep the wheels spinning. I'm braking earlier for this last chicane because I know it's going to be tricky, especially in such a heavy car. Front heavy car anyway. There we go, around the last corner very nicely. 7.3 seconds the leader's got already, but we shall see about that come the end of this lap. And we've gone very wide in turn 1, just about kept it within the right confines of the track. As we follow these 2 Lotuses that are dueling it out up ahead. We're waiting for one of them to make a move, or a straight where we can just fly past. We may not even have to wait for the straight at this point. We're already ahead on 1. Here comes a slipstream and the overtake on 2, which now puts us up into 3rd position. We're back on the podium. However, I can feel them breathing down my neck through this section here as we come into the tight and twisty section that is Brooklands. Second, just close off any sort of potential overtake by closing the doors inside and out. As we come down the old start finish straight now. Second place not too far ahead actually, and this car really does not like high speed cornering, so braking a lot earlier for cops. Yet again, a little bit of dab of the throttle to keep the car straight. And this is where we're going to have to be very careful now not to throw our position away. Going down to third gear already. Rattle over the curbs, taking as much as we can just to keep the car on track and keep the momentum going. As we come onto the hanger straight now, maybe picking up a tiny little slipstream from the car ahead. You never know. I don't know what that car is. I think it's the other SLS AMG. It is. So our power is going to be very similarly matched. So now, who's the quicker driver through the corners? Oh, we've just touched the grass on the brake in there, but we're still alright. We're still in this. As long as we can get the last corner right, we could be looking at a move down into turn 1. Just clipping the curb a little bit too much there. But we've carried more momentum, which means down into turn 1, we will be making the move. Oh. A little bit of contact there, as we may have forced him a little bit too wide, but we was already ahead before contact was made. Therefore, I have the right of way. Just touching the grass again. Right, so first place seems to be 12 seconds up the road with a lap and a half to go. Is it a gap we can maybe close down and look at getting closer to first? He's already on the exit of Brooklands now. As we come into it, shifting down into second, hoping for a better exit. Not too bad, not too bad. It's down the old start finish straight to go up towards cops. Just trying to, this car is just wandering far too much at high speed. Yeah, we had to scrub a little bit of time there because we ran a little bit too deep, but nothing seriously lost. Oh no, we've got a penalty now. Look at that. Come on, 3, 2, 1. It's go time. There's third and fourth are now, and fifth are right on our tails now. We're going to have to get a shift on down the straight. I can't believe the penalties in this game, man. They're just so unfair. Like, yes, we ran a little bit wide, and you're going to give me a 6-second penalty where I have to slow the car right down to where I'm not even running at like 60% speed. It's not safe. If I have to basically stop on track to serve a penalty, it just sort of takes me out of the game a bit. It's not realistic, you know. It obviously makes you a lot more like cautious of the fact that you could get a penalty and that the penalties are out there, but I don't think they're just. Anyway, the gap's going to be something like 15 seconds now, 13 seconds across the line. It's going to take an absolute mammoth of a lap if we're going to gain that time back in any way, shape or form. But this is Silverstone. It's a track I know very well. We can see what we can do about that 13-second gap. Provided we don't make too many mistakes like that. Come on, the tyres are just screaming away there. I didn't actually see where the leader was. I was too busy focusing on the track there. There we go. So braking on the way in, braking a little bit more there. This is the quickest way for us at the moment. Oh, the car's really taking a dive. Managed to hold it though. I can see the car right at the opposite end of the hanger straight as we make our way down it. Yeah, not too far away. I reckon maybe without the mistakes we could have done it, or the penalties, we might have been able to steal first place away. But yeah, just wasn't meant to be in this one. I bet that was a hell of a last lap. Don't know at what point we set 2:24, but there you go, taking another 7 seconds out of the leader. So we probably would have needed about 2 more laps to really take the lead of that race. So yeah, that was fun. Chiamo. Just waiting for them all now. The gaps weren't too big, so it's not too bad there, I suppose. And last person, there we go, tier 2, across the line. Lovely, second position. So that was event 3 of 5. This is now 4 of 5. We're going back to Spa-Francorchamps. Absolutely love the track. In this car, I'm not looking forward to it, especially Eau Rouge. Snaking up that hill in a car that doesn't like high-speed cornering. Not looking forward to it. It's got to be said, but what can you do? We'll make the most of it. Still racing against these Lotuses as well. Right, sleeves are up, revs are up, and it's lights out and away we go as we absolutely plant our foot to the floor. Spin the wheels up, and we're going to aim for the inside, hopefully, into turn 1. I think we should. KTM Expo just ahead of the other SLS AMG ahead of us. That wasn't too bad, no contacts at all, no dramas. Why is he braking? Why would you do that? Why would you brake in a straight line? It makes absolutely 0 sense. Now I've got a penalty for that. Brilliant. Come on. Right, lights are on, revs are up, waiting for the light. 4 minutes, lights out and away we go, being just a little bit more careful with the throttle that time. Yeah, a little bit of contact made, but we need the positions really, don't we? And after last time, I think he deserves it. Brake checking us in a straight line. What an idiot. Oh, never mind. We'll do our own damage. Third position, that's what we need to finish this, but obviously you know me, I'm not letting first and second get away from us that quickly. Why is the McLaren going so slowly through here? Why are you going so slow? Ridiculously fast everywhere else, you gap me anywhere else on the track, but come to a corner on the first lap, no. Don't want to know, do they? There we go, right. Now it's the hunt for first. We do not want to let first place get too far away. Braking a lot more than we have done in previous cars, just to keep the car on the track. We still got off. Third gear into the chicane, keeping the revs nice and balanced, just letting the car tilt from left to right, squeezing on the power on the exit. Might need second gear for it. It's a tighter corner than it looks. Boom, there we go. Right, we're now onto the back straight. First place is flying away in the lead, but we're also flying away from third position. This could be a bit of a stalemate. Right, yeah, just don't try it and corner at high speed. That sounds ridiculous. Like, oh, why can't this car take a corner at high speed? Why can't I go 115 miles an hour around a corner? Because it's a finely tuned performance car with a lot of power, a lot of precise German engineering, and it can't go around a corner. What's the use? What's the point? You can only do it at road speeds, 30 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. Barely do it at 50 actually. But we're now 6 seconds behind the leader, and it's all because of the really shoddy cornering on this car. Alright, there we go. Up Eau Rouge quite safely. Down ready on. Looking out for our braking markers, there it is. Third gear into the chicane. Oh no, don't get a penalty, don't get a penalty. Oh. Right, okay, here is not so bad because the cars are going slower anyway. Right, penalties away. That's just cost us 10 seconds, that has. Sorry, but you can't go and explain to the FIA, oh no, the car doesn't handle. Whose fault is that? It's your fault. You're the one that set the car up. Actually, that's what would happen in real life. If it was this exact situation where, you know, we didn't set the car up, the company did, the team did, Mercedes did, they won't go around fucking corners, look. Not even 108 miles an hour through there. And it just couldn't handle it. Like, what is the point? Can you imagine spending like the price of a house on a car that handles as well as your house would, you know? Like, what is the point? Like, look, we're miles away in second, first is miles away. I can either try and get my head down and try and chase first, or I can just sit here and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to sit here and rant about how crap this car is at high speed cornering. Because honestly, look, 130 odd miles an hour, and I've had to lift massively just to get the car to go around the corner and change down. I bet that Ferrari is flat out. Hear that? Your competition, Mercedes, when you made the SLS AMG, the Ferrari 458, completely flat out. Can you do it? No. You have to brake, you have to lift, you have to change down a gear, just to get the thing to go around the same corner a Ferrari or a McLaren can take flat out. What is the point? The car's overpriced. The interior is the same as it is on the £30,000 Mercedes anyway. Look, I mean, I've seen the inside of quite a few Mercedes in my time. This looks no different to maybe the SLK diesel that they're selling for, like, well, you can now probably pick them up on the second-hand market for about 6 or 7 grand, you know. Oh, got a flipping penalty. Again, might have been deserved that one, because I cut the corner. Go. What is the point in having a car but can't go around the corner properly. Like, why should I have to sacrifice so much lap time to try and get a car just to turn? Like, I wouldn't buy this car, I wouldn't race this car because it doesn't handle how it should, you know? And yes, I could probably sit there for hours and hours and hours setting up the suspension, testing out different bits and bobs, but no, why? You're going to put a car up in a game, make sure you give them the right setup. This is just awful. I don't think when Top Gear said, you know, this thing chews through tyres, I don't think it was because the back end steps out a lot. That was just generally being very ham-footed. But the thing just can't handle full stop. Look at this. Barely. As soon as we go over 100, that's it, car's off the track. This is, you know what? Driving these supercars in this game feels like the saying, never meet your heroes. You know, I absolutely idolised the McLaren in the last video, and I actually really wanted to like this one, but it just turns out they're rubbish. I would rather have a car that's half the price, smaller, like those Caterhams and Lotuses, even the KTM Expo, even though it's more expensive than the other two. It's still a much better setup car, it's better handling focused. Look, it just, and if I did have to spend this kind of money on a car, I definitely wouldn't be buying the SLS AMG. I would go for the Ferrari 458. If we're talking, you know, this sort of time period, this era, the new ones are really cool. I'm loving what Ferrari are doing at the moment with their current range as of 2022, 2023. But from this sort of time period that we're all racing in, it would be the Ferrari all day long. Because the McLaren let me down. Although saying that, we have got to drive the Ferraris in the next round, haven't we? I really hope I'm not disappointed by those. I shouldn't be, because I'm 23 seconds behind. Like, it's just, how do you get so far ahead in such a little space of time? Gear shift is not quite as responsive. It's just letting the car roll through the corner at 70 miles an hour, which in most cars you can probably take at almost 80 miles an hour. Probably losing a second in that corner alone. Look, that just didn't even want to turn through there, did it? We're not even going over 100, we're doing 60, 70 miles an hour. Even though I'm still braking at the same time, turning in at the same time. It's just abysmal to drive, this thing. It's just not the track for it. The other two was alright. Silverstone we could get away with. Imola was a bit tricky, as we all see. But yeah, Belgium. Medium and high speed corners, that's all it's got, and one like hairpin and a very tight chicane. But other than that, fast corners, this car and this track do not mix. There we go, third, second gear. Into the last corner. I'm going slowly, deliberately, because I know the other cars are quite far behind. I know the leader's miles ahead, so we just want to get across the line and not have to wait a lifetime for everyone else to finish. There we go. There we are, 29 seconds behind the leader, but we still got second, so it's still a medal. We can still move on to the next phase.
Maybe I'll slow down. 11 seconds behind. And then where is everyone else? Where's all those light nimble lotuses and KTMs that were going to put us to shame? 22 seconds behind, that's where I was.
And they all finished basically at the same sort of time. Anyway, moving on to what is event 5 of 5. And lo and behold, we're at Monza. You're either going fast or you're going slow. No in between. Monza, straight down. What have you got? Very fast straight, very slow, tight chicane. Yeah, parabolica and, you know, turn 3, 4, whatever you want to call it. Maybe a little bit tricky, but it's then up to a chicane. We need a podium. And the only way we're going to do that is by making the dirtiest lunge down into turn 1. There's the gap. You see it? Right there. I'll have that other Ferrari as well. Oh, as we've, yep, that's secured our podium. I don't care how we get it, but it's secured the podium. We knew it was going to have to be quite the lunge down into turn 1. I didn't expect the other guy to be going so slowly through there. No penalties this time, which keeps us in the running for maybe even a win here at Monza. I hardly doubt it, because there's a McLaren and a Ferrari up ahead. Very well timed on the brakes there. Fantastic bit of circuit, Ascari chicane. We have still got quite a bit of company behind us, so the F40 is flying along. If we're not careful, we are going to lose our podium's position here. And we have. We'll have to go for the cutback, I reckon. And he's just flying out of this corner. That F40 is awesome. How does he do it? Just put a second on us instantly. That's insane. I hope we wasn't expected to win this. Ready for the penalty? Ready for the penalty? We did not get a penalty for that. Brilliant. Alright, keep going. Let's just keep going. We're at such a disadvantage here, and we're still expected to get a podium. We're just going to have to play dirty. It's the only way it's going to happen. Yes, if we was in an actual race, I would just... Oh, come on, just get round it. No, there's your penalty. Oh, where's the Ferrari now? There he is. Yeah, come through. He's come through. Because he didn't get a penalty, did he? No. Didn't cut the corner, that's why. Do you know why? Because he's got a very well set up car. And now he's just flying away from us down the straights, and there's absolutely nothing I can do about it. I really hope we weren't expected to win this. There is just no chance. No penalty needed. Again, the Ferrari absolutely clearing off round the corner and out of the parabolica. He is gone. No chance for us. I really hope we don't need third position, because if we do, we are screwed. Only hope I've really got him going really slowly. Really, another 5-second penalty. Okay, we got away with it. We're still in third, but we're going to need to find a way of defending our lines against Ricciardo defending, might I add. Exit. We're nowhere near first or second anymore, but we just have to hold on to third. We haven't really had to fight for our positions so far. Obviously, yes, we've had our battles at Imola and stuff, which was very fun, but there's no way we're going to be able to kick this guy behind with his immense acceleration out of the corners. The only way we're going to do it is by blocking him off, making the car as physically wide as possible. Use whatever speed you have. He's still there. See him in the mirror. It's coming. Not going to come under braking on this lap though, but he could look for a better run out of the parabolica, which he has done before. Shut that inside line down. He's forced to switch back to the outside, but as we get over 150 miles an hour, we are safe for now, I believe. 5-second penalty, fantastic. 20-second penalty on the last lap. We can't really have that, can we? Just got to slow him down. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, he's got the jump on us. I even went through the barriers as well, like, I don't know what we're going to do now. We've made the move, stick down the inside into the next chicane. We just got to stay ahead going into the Lesmos. That's my one. Check. That's my 2. We're miles behind now, that's for sure. Just got to keep this lead until we get over the line. Don't miss your braking for Ascari, that would be fatal at this point. Flat out, taking all the curbs with us. I think that just about got us enough space to maintain third position. It's going to be a drag down to the line, I know it is. So we're braking hard and late for Parabolica. Using everything we've got to get a good run down to the line. He's there, he's in the mirrors, I can see him. He's coming, it's going to be close, and across the line. That could have been nasty. Could have been very nasty. But we got away with it. Oh dear. Right, well that concludes race 5 of 5 and part 6 of this Assetto Corsa playthrough. It's getting fun. You know, we need to find the right cars that we like and we don't like, because I haven't liked the last couple of cars, annoyingly. Yeah, we definitely needed third there. But yeah, you know what, it's still a fun game. I'm still getting used to it, and it's on to season 3 after this with the Ferrari 458. Only 4 events in the next one, the next 2 actually, which is going to keep things quite short and sweet. But yeah, all in all, look forward to seeing you all in the next one. Take it easy, drive safe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.